Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Nier. In the last episode, we did a lot of side quests and made our way to Façade to start these side quests here. This episode, we're going to do just that. But, quick note, I'm post-commentating this because something weird happened with my audio. The audio I'm recording right now, obviously, is different audio. I don't know what happened. There was, like, weird garble noises, and it, like, cut out a bunch. And then there was just long silence for the hour 30 minutes I recorded. So now I'm recording this in post. Upsides and downsides to that. Well, that guy still got in the way. Anyway, upside and downsides to that. On the plus side, since I'm an outside observer at this point, I can do things I normally couldn't. Like, I can comment on what I was doing before, but I don't really remember what was going on. That's more of a downside. I'm kind of rambling at this point, I feel like. I think the first thing I was going to get started on was this quest over here. Hey. Are you the first recipient? I am. Your message, please. I believe it was, the masked people respect their rules. Correct. Rules are the most important thing we have. Now for your next message. The recipient is the king's right-hand man. The message is, the men of the mask work for the king. Alright. That's another issue I'm going to be worrying about, is the timing on that, because I might read slower or faster. Because, unlike before when I... Shut up, you. Unlike before, where I'm playing the game and have control over everything, I have no control over what past me is doing. I have no insight into past me's mind because I don't remember exactly what I did and why I did it. I believe what we were looking for here is there's supposed to be a blood stain somewhere on the ground near where up there it is. Well, it's a lot easier to see as an outsider. It looks like the missing girl was here with her boyfriend. I say, are these blood stains? Yeah, and it looks like someone was trying to clean them up. These can be no older than a few days at most. I fear that the missing girl may somehow figure into this yet. Well, she was last seen with her boyfriend. Maybe we should ask him a few questions. At best, he knows something, and at worst... It's not looking too great for that girl. The missing girl? No, sorry, I don't know. Why not ask her boyfriend? I think he's standing at watch at the town entrance. Well, I misread that. I added an app, but that's fine. Anyway, the walkthrough, I did look at one to figure out where I was messing up. And it mentions the bloodstains near the treasury guard, so just have to look for that, and we found the bloodstain. I'll try not to spoil anything. Yes? Who are you? Your girlfriend is missing. Don't suppose you know anything about that, do you? You were the last one to see her before she vanished, right? I don't know what you're talking about. You're her lover, right? Aren't you worried about her? Well, yes! Yes, of course I am! What business is it of yours, outsider? Foul creature, we found bloodstains at the very area where the two of you were last seen. Eek! You can hide nothing from Grimoire Vice. Confess, O guilty one! Confess and unburden your soul! Confess, lest others who are not as forgiving as I discover your terrible secret. No! It was an accident! We were arguing over something stupid and she pushed me, so I pushed her back. And then she must have slipped or something because she fell and hit her head on the wall. Oh, gods, I didn't mean to hurt her. I loved her. Accidentally or not, what you did is a crime. And the family won't appreciate you trying to cover it up. I knew I'd get caught. I knew I couldn't hide it forever. I didn't know what to do, so I put the body in the sand spout well just outside the city. Oh, I guess past me was talking about something at this point. If I'd imagine, I think it's... that's all I can tell you. I'm sorry. We're going to check on the sandspout well. You said you put, understand? Oh, you stay put, rather. I feel like my first reading of that was a little bit better. But, oh well, I can't go back and do it over now. I think what past me was saying in that brief pause was we have a bunch of stuff going on outside now. There's the missing son. We have to chase after that kid who went to go to a lion's, or not a lion's, a wolf's den. And, I think there was a... Well, now there's this, too. We gotta go outside to the sandspout. I think right now I'm trying to complete the message quest first. Anyway. Are you the second recipient? I am. Let me hear your message. The men of this mask work for the king. Correct. The men of the mask would give all in service of their king, unless a rule forbids it. Here's your next message. The recipient is a person taking care of children. The message is, children care can be difficult, or child care can be difficult, rather. I think my original thought process for the king's right-hand man was the guy we encountered, like, when we were recovering the prince and bringing him back to Façade. But I guess they were just literally referring to the guard that's standing in front of the door. I also think I messed up and I should have gone the other way to find the woman with the children, but I didn't remember exactly where she was. So I kind of went this way, hoping I would find her. Let's see, what can I talk about while past me is struggling to find the child care lady? I mean, I suppose I could always just cut if I feel like it's a waste of time, but... I don't know, I'd rather fill this with content if I can, even though this is an hour 30-minute video. So, cuts will have to be made. Oh, there she is. Never mind, I have nothing else to say then. I think this is where past me was going. Oh, geez, I went the wrong way. Whoops.
Hey.
Are you the third recipient? Yes, I am. May I hear your message? Childcare can be difficult. Correct. Now I will give you the next message. The recipient is the Southeastern Guardian. The message is, only nobility may enter the treasury. Alright, the problem here is we don't exactly know where north is in this town. Sucks we don't have a compass. I don't remember if this is something that I had to actively look up or not, but I think it was a bit difficult for me to figure out who it was. Or maybe I just put two and two together and went, oh, it must be the guy who's guarding the treasury. It was probably the latter since I'm here, but... Okay, it didn't look like he was the person. So then I think at this point I go, well, then which way is south? And I guess I go looking from there. Okay, so if the king's palace is north, then the gate would be to the south, and then he would be the southwestern area. If it's the reverse, then it's further away. Oh, did I decide to go out at this point? Oh no, I went to check to see if he was the guard in question, but since he's not, that means that that can't be south that way. So, given that information, we're going to go over the way we're currently going, obviously, and we're going to look for a guard around this general region. And I don't know if I reasoned that he's going to be down in the lower area like before with the other guard, but we'll see what past me does, and if he is smart enough to figure that out or not. Man, I wish that this, audio didn't bork up. I feel like my commentary is kind of crap because it's post-commentary. I'm just explaining things in my reasonings. What was I looking for here? Oh, the Tangled Message. To see... Southeastern Guardian. Oh, I see. I was thinking maybe it's one of the palace guards. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's a reasonable assumption. Though I'm a bit biased considering, you know, it's me. And then I guess I was looking at the other comments for some reason, for the other ones I've already completed. Or is this where I cut to look at a walkthrough? You know, it might be a cut, so I'll cut. Oh, wait, looks like we're back. So while I was off screen, I noticed the audio and the video seemed to, like, cut in and out there for a bit, which is concerning. Oh, and I guess we found him. Are you the fourth recipient? I am. Give me your message. Only nobility may enter the treasury. But I like these other options. Only animals can enter the treasury, you know. Get them all in there. I'm sure you'd want animals around your money. Right. The treasury houses the most precious objects of our people, and none but royalty has the right to touch them. Now your final message. The recipient is the long-winded person. The message is quicksand. How do I tell who the long-winded person is? Because, I mean, I've been talking to people around town, but I hadn't done so recently. So how does one figure out who is the long-winded person but to talk to them? I mean, they'll have the quest bubble above their head, which will help, but I guess now I just have to go around, wandering, looking, going, are you the long-winded person? No? Okay. Are you the long-winded person? No? Okay, move on. But let's go looking for that. By the way, I think I mention it when we meet said long-winded person. Actually, maybe I should wait then for it, because I'm gonna have that moment to talk about it. But maybe I should do it now just to get it out of the way? And then I could talk about something else, but the fact that I don't know when it's going to... Anyway, the fact I don't know when exactly the period's gonna stop is what's... Oh, well, we found him, so... Too little, too late.
Hey.
Are you the fifth recipient? Why, yes, I am the fifth and final recipient. How fabulous that you've made it this far. Why, I'm astounded. Now state your message. I see what they meant. Quicksand. Correct, amazing, my friend. It is true that quicksand shares a deep, intense relationship with the message you have just given me. Why, once I remembered when I was on vacation and got caught in quicksand. Yep, they're doing the thing. Alright, I think this is when I started talking about it. I hate in video games when they do this, where there's this person who gives a, air quotes, long-winded story, and then it just gets skipped with blahs or ... dots, and you don't get to hear what the story was. I'm interested in those stories. He certainly enjoys listening to himself. Or they fade to black like this. You've passed your message to the 5 people. Now those of our city know a great deal more about you. Here's your reward for completing the task. Well, I'm glad that someone got something out of this. This town is beyond my comprehension. Woo! 10,000 gold! Quest the Tangled Message is complete. Well, that's great. We got gold out of it. And I got to whinge for a small amount a bit about how I hate they skip out on these stories that I'm genuinely interested in. I like lore. If you have a character expositing toward me, I enjoy it. I mean, not always. Let's be fair here. I have to actually give a shit about what's going on for exposition to be warranted. I don't love every person who exposits on you. Just dumps exposition all over your face and goes, well, deal with this. You know, sometimes I'm interested in hearing about what a character's story is outside of their game. Or, you know, what they did before this moment, even if it seems mundane and unnecessary. Sometimes it's interesting. Anyway, let's go out and chase that runaway asshole who keeps giving us the slip. Don't know if that note was new. Aw, man, again? Alright, fine. Let me just... Better not fucking run and do the, oh look, it's a thing. I will be super pissed. He's heading for the eastern road. We must catch him before he leaves the desert.
She really thinks she'll forgive him if he just gives her a fur?
It does seem somewhat materialistic.
Are you guys for real? When someone gives me something for free, I'm happy as a pig in shit.
This world would be a great deal simpler if nothing but kindness lived in it.
I'll pretend that's a compliment.
Oh, hey, he just stopped. Well, that makes our lives easier. Oh my gosh! There's a huge pack of shades right... Shut up! Oh, well, never mind. I guess they were talking about that one quest we have to do, collecting the 10 wolf hides. You can buy them at a store in town, but they're like 2,000 gold each. I think I'm gonna go back there and realize that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, hey, good. He allowed me to get this item drop that I wanted to get before chasing after him some more. What's that big thing on the right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and I shall smite you with unholy magic. I like that saying. Speaking of, damn it, he's immortal. Stupid quest children being immune to damage. Oh, I guess I was seeing how close he is to the eastern road because we had to catch him before then, but it looks like the game's just gonna force us to go after him, right? But don't worry, because... Give it a moment. Almost there. A little bit further. I was worried about the screen transition knocking him out, but thankfully he stops here. It's a pack of wolves! Maybe if I cut out your tongue, you won't be so... Oh crap, it is a pack of wolves! The little boy who cried shade, wolf, thing over there. Anyway, thankfully, maybe we can get some wolf hides out of this little bit of the quest, huh? Ow. Eat Lance! Hopefully these wolves are going to stop moving so I can collect. Kaine will deal with them while we collect shit, as she always does. Yes, one wolf hide. Oh, but they're not going to let us collect the rest. Oh, but maybe they will. I didn't think I'd actually run into wolves for real! Are you ready to go home yet? I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, man. Hell yeah! This adventure stuff is, like, way too scary for me. I'm gonna stick close to home and stuff. Good. Now let's go tell the family. Alright, now let's loot the rest of these wolves before we go do any of that bullshit. Wolf hide. Wolf fang. So I think we got 2 from this. I don't remember how many we had originally. And another wolf fang. Okay. So that's not horrible. Out of, what, 5 wolves, we got 2 fangs? That's almost half. I mean, there isn't really a half because I couldn't get 0.5 of a wolf hide, but you know what I mean. I think at this point we're gonna head back to the town in the video because to continue the quest line for the missing child, we're gonna have to leave and come back out. Actually, I should mention about that, so I can just skip immediately. Oh, and this was the waterway that I'm looking over right now. Remember I mentioned there's an area you can do fishing in the desert? The silt sea that we were looking over for a temporary bit is that area. I think there might be another area somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where. Worst case scenario, right over there, and I'll update you later. But here's the thing. We're about to run into a glitch. Oh. What manner of place is this? Looks like a graveyard. The headstones seem to be lacking names. Also, why do they shine as if they were carved from the rock just yesterday? Weird. Anyway, so we're going to be running into a glitch, it seems to me, at the very least. Because what is supposed to happen is, obviously that thing with the runaway child happened, sure. But after that, or whatever else you're doing happens, you walk outside the gates after being inside, And then you walk out and you see the guy going off to hunt the wolves, and then you chase after him, and then another event triggers, and you eventually chase him to the area you're supposed to go. But that didn't happen for me for some reason. And also, the wolves aren't spawning anymore for some reason, probably because the runaway quests on you don't encounter them. This must be the Sandspout well. Ah, also we were looking for that. This hardly seems the most pleasant task you've ever signed us up for. I don't see a body. How peculiar. Do you think the young lad lied to us? I don't really see why he would. It seems like an unnecessary thing to lie about. We already know. I mean, unless he's trying to escape, that's a possibility, I suppose. Why is Kaine all the way over there? Weird. Anyway, he confessed to a murder, right? Why would he lie about the body? Yeah. I guess we should go tell the family.
There is no body to be found.
What's going on here?
She must have been carried off by the waters. Or the wolves.
Yeah, I was thinking the wolves seemed like the most
Makes
likely.
sense, I suppose.
Free meal for
Or
them.
perhaps the man was mistaken all along.
Possible. I mean, I don't see where the body could have flown off to. Like, it doesn't even really seem like water. It seems like sand or silt that's in these fountains. It appears to be out of service. Must be something we can do with that later. But as I was going on about the quest, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to turn in the quest with the family, let the mother know that the body is missing somewhere. Who knows where. Maybe she'll be able to hold on to hope, but maybe not. I think at this point I was going to search for wolves, because I didn't realize that for some reason they aren't spawning in. So here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to cut until we turn in the quest with the girl. Or maybe I just went for that gold ore I saw. It's also possible. I think it was both. I was going to go for the gold ore, then I was going to go hunt the wolves, but the wolves weren't around. I believe how I fixed this glitch that seemed to happen was I left, I turned in some other quests, I came back to the desert, and then the wolves were spawning again. And I was able to do the second part of this quest. However, I had to look for the kid who's going after the wolves. As you'll see, we accidentally bump into him while hunting wolf hides, so that's going to be good. The way the quest is supposed to work for the son is you're supposed to get the compass, which we already have. You go outside the gate, you see him walking around, you talk to him, you chase after him for a bit. He gets lost in the sandstorm. Well, lost is kind of a damning word. He doesn't get lost, but you lose sight of him. So then you have to go find the spot where he's going using the compass, which doesn't really like do a big taxi error or anything, but you go after him to a certain location in the sandstorm. And then the quest continues from there. That's the way it's supposed to go. That didn't happen. But with all that said and done, I mean, I guess I'm still collecting things, but I'm probably going to cut this real soon and just cut out all of the unnecessary gigantic space that we have of me running around going, what the fuck's going on? What? Why is the quest going? Aw, man, this sucks. I'll be right back. You know what sucks the most about this, though? For you guys, this is literally a second, like a snap of the fingers. I have to sit through the video and watch it because I don't want to fuck shit up and just speed the video along and then have like a janky cut. I need to make sure there's this space that was originally here that I'm going to have to sit through and watch of me running around doing fuck all. Lucky you. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, well, here's the spot we're going to be going to for that quest, by the way. I can't get in yet. Yeah, that's the area. You can go there at any point, but, you know. Okay, now I'm gonna cut. October 28th. I was tired today, so I stayed home and hid in bed. I could hear Devila singing from somewhere, though. Listening to her always makes me happy.